sitting in the back kind of watching, and you guys asked Pop some good questions.
Which one did you enjoy? Was it Ray's or?
All of them. Enjoyed the responses. You know, you got to give our guys credit. I thought in game one, you know, Steve did too. We didn't come out with a sense of urgency, and so that was one of the messages that he gave to our team. You know, right from Jump Street, he said we got to come out from the beginning with a sense of urgency. We can't ease into the game, and you know, you give all of our guys credit. They did not do that. They came out with a sense of urgency from the beginning, and they played that way for 48 minutes. You know, the entire roster contributed. Obviously, you know, Pat McCaw came off the bench and had a great performance on both ends of the floor. You know, they put a big on him, and you know, we've seen him shoot in practice. We've seen him shoot during the regular season, and you know, the big sloughed off him, looked to help a lot. Ball got swung to him, and he knocked down shots. He was terrific. You know, Clay, again, you know, one of our keys going into this series was you're not going to stop a guy like Patty, especially in their offense, the way he moves and all that. But you just want him to try to take as tough shots as you can. And I give Clay a lot of credit. Patty Mills is tough to chase around, and Clay is trying to chase him and getting help from his teammates. But that's work. It takes a lot out of you. So give Clay a lot of credit.
Mike, back here, Ron Kreutzig from the Chronicle. You mentioned Patrick McCaw. What convinced you guys to give him Iguodala's minutes right there in the first quarter? And how hard is that for a guy who played barely at all in the previous series to come out and get that many minutes and be that productive?
Well, we've been doing it all year. I mean, KD went down in the Portland series. I can't remember how much Pat was playing, but we threw him in the starting lineup, and he was productive for us then. But that's happened from time to time with guys. You know, again, I go back, I give Steve Kerr credit. He's played, you know, 27 guys throughout the course of the year. I don't know how he does it. He does it every game, and that has shown benefits for us, especially as of late. Guys are, not only do they believe in themselves, but their teammates believe in them. The coaching staff believes in them. And it's like clockwork when we try to plug a guy in here or a guy there. And that was Steve's suggestion. Steve suggested that we put Patty in Andre's place, and it made sense, especially with Kawhi not playing tonight, and he stepped up and had a big game for us.
Mike, to your right. Would you say that the Spurs did you a favor, you know, by knocking you in the mouth early in game one? Because it seems like since then your team, intensity-wise, has picked up a lot.
Well, you know, obviously San Antonio came out great in game one, and we felt like we didn't come out with a sense of urgency. We felt like we tried to ease into the game, and you can't ease into the game against that team. They're too good. And, you know, getting hit like that, yeah, I mean, it shook us a little bit, and we feel fortunate, blessed, lucky, however you want to call it, to be able to come back and get the win. But hopefully because of that, it'll keep us more focused going forward.
Mike, Tim Kawakami, Mercury News. You're up big early, you're up bigger at halftime, up bigger throughout. Does just the significance of a blowout mean anything to you? I mean, we're going to look at this and say, wow, this series might be over. Does that something you have to argue against? What does the blowout mean to you?
No, you know, what you look at, it doesn't matter how many points you win by, and sometimes it doesn't matter if you lose, because sometimes, you know, things can just kind of fall the other team's way and you may lose, but you may do things the right way. And so more than anything, yes, we want the win more than anything else, but how you play too, because we want to keep developing good habits going forward. And so the score really doesn't matter. It's how we got to the score. You know, how did we play defensively? How did we play offensively? Did we do the things that we emphasized going into the series? Who played well for us on this part of the roster? Which combinations worked good for us? And those are the things we look at. And obviously, you know, if you can win by X amount of points, that's great, because now, you know, a guy like Damian Jones plays 6.5 minutes in a playoff game. You know, Mac played 11 minutes in a playoff game. So it's good for us all in that regard.
Rachel Nichols from ESPN. Mike, since you were listening to Pop's press conference, You
I
heard
listened
him,
to everything.
You heard him say his team didn't have belief from the beginning of the game. As the opponent, what sense of that do you get as you guys are out on the floor playing against them?
I mean, I don't know. That's I can't say what they are feeling or thinking or anything like that. I just know that we told our guys, Steve told our guys, hey, we got to come out and play with a sense of urgency from the beginning. We can't ease into the game, and that was his message to the team afterwards too, going into Game 3. I mean, you know, we think Game 1 was tough. Whew, down in San Antonio, it's going to be more than a dogfight, and there's no easing into any game down there because they're already a dangerous team, especially being down 0-2 and getting Kawhi back. They know that they need to get that one. So Game 3 is going to be tough for us.
Much more important question, was this revenge for the bus?
Was this revenge for the bus? Not quite. I'm still a little hurt. I'm just glad they didn't put the cuffs on me, though. Not in front of my kid.
Mike over here.
Anthony Slater, Mercury News. You've coached some of the biggest names of this era, really. How much are you enjoying the Steph Curry experience from a head coaching standpoint?
Yeah, just being a part of this organization is fun. I've said it many times, and I've been fortunate, blessed, lucky to be around a lot of great players and teams in this league. But when you look at the roster that we have here, I don't know if there's any other team that I've been with that has this type of roster. But so having said that, it's fun, it's exciting, and I just feel fortunate to be a part.